Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to talk just for a quick minute, and then I have to head out. So listen, I wanted to talk about Eboni K. Williams. She is the newest housewife on Real Housewives of New York. I really don't know a lot about Eboni. I do know that she was on, my first time even hearing about her was on State of the Culture. I don't know what happened to that. Remember Joe Budden had a show with Remy Ma, I think a guy named Jinx, and there was another girl, Scotty, but she left the show, and then Eboni was her replacement. You know, I always thought that Erica would be a good fit for State of the Culture. Anyways, Eboni was Scotty's replacement. And that's how I knew about Eboni. But she was on the Wendy Williams show. I was on the Neighborhood Talk. I told you I really don't watch the Wendy Williams show. The only time I really go and watch something is if something is like on the internet. I mean, on the like on Instagram, if it made like headlines. So basically, she was on the Wendy Williams show, and she was in a 4-year relationship with this man. They were engaged, they were about to get married, and then quarantine hit. And for a lot of people, quarantine either, you know, was the demise for a lot of relationships. For some people, it was for some people, it was the best thing that ever happened. You know, believe it or not, there are some people who made a lot of money during quarantine, especially probably YouTubers, because all you had to do was just make videos, and all people had to do was just watch TV and videos all day, right? So for some people, it worked out for them, and then for some people, it just was horrible. You know, we heard about cases of like domestic violence going up, you know, people getting divorced, because now you're stuck with this person who, quiet as this couple, you probably don't even really like. Anyways, so she was on the show, and Wendy asked her about her fiance. And so she proceeded to tell Wendy that they were no longer together and that he decided to quarantine with his kids. I'm going to play a clip of it because a lot of people were going in. I found out about this on the Neighborhood Talk. A lot of people were going in on Eboni in the comment section, and I would actually agree with Eboni. There are some questions that I have, but I'm going to play a clip and then we're going to talk. Let me get the clip ready. See, I should have all this shit together before I even came to y'all. Is my speaker on? Okay, here we go, y'all.
Did you live with him at the time of quarantine?
I'll tell you what happened. He actually did not quarantine with me. He has 3 children, 2 of which are young adults, and he chose to quarantine in New Jersey with his semi-adult children. And for me, listen, I'm not a parent yet, so I get that they're number one.
Right.
But I need to be number one, Wendy. And I wasn't number one, so I needed to move on.
Okay. How long did it take you to move on from the time that you realized that he wasn't going to come quarantine with you?
6 months. I mean, I still was holding out hope. We were doing the couples counseling and everything, and then...
On Zoom?
Yeah. And he's a lovely man. Just wasn't for me, you know?
Yeah.
He's older. He'd been there, done that. Didn't really want a new baby and all that stuff. I want that stuff, Wendy.
Did you live with him at the...
Okay, girl, I didn't realize, I forgot that my phone was right by the speaker, and I didn't want to be blasted in y'all ear or y'all face. So anyways, I got deodorant all on my goddamn thing. At least y'all know I wear it. So anyways, a lot of people were going in on Eboni because they were like, you know, she's selfish because who do you think is going to put their children, why do you think that you're going to come before somebody's children? And I think if you listen to what Eboni said, I think she realized that, she recognized that, and then girl, she got her panties and she bounced. She said she doesn't have kids, so she realized that, you know, that may be the reason why she doesn't recognize why that happened, right? Let me play it again just to make sure.
Time of quarantine?
I'll tell you what happened. He actually did not quarantine with me. He has 3 children, 2 of which are young adults, and he chose to quarantine in New Jersey with his semi-adult children. And for me, listen, I'm not a parent yet, so I get that they're number one.
Right.
But I need to be number one, Wendy. And I wasn't number one, so I needed to move on.
Okay. How long did it take you to move on from the time that you realized that he wasn't going to come quarantine with you?
6 months. I mean, I still was holding out hope. We were doing the couples counseling and everything, and then
On Zoom?
Okay. So she said that she gets that she's not number one, but she needs to be number one, and that's why she got her shit and left. And I don't blame her. Like, the only thing, I have so many questions. One, girl, why did it take you 4 years to figure out this man did not want children and any more children? Girl, why did it take you 4 years to figure that out? Girl, that's not something you discuss by the third date. Girl, hello? Some stuff I do side eye women, men, but when it comes to stuff like children, like, was that not, like, if I go on a date with someone and they ask me, Rodney, do you want children? The answer is no. And if you tell me, well, I want children, we need to end this. Okay, girl, you want to finish our dinner? Maybe we could be homeboys. Maybe we could fuck. It just be friends with benefits. But girl, other than that, nothing else is going to come out of this, because I don't want kids, you want kids. I'm not going to budge. You shouldn't have to budge if that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? But I know I'm definitely not budging. I don't want no fucking kids. Period. So there are some things that I don't understand, like how did he even get from date 1 to 4 years, and now you're like, oh, he doesn't want kids. He's been there, done that. I also want to know, for a lot of the Bible thumpers out there, a lot of y'all girls always scream, holler, and yell about the Bible and what the Bible says. Well, girl, I thought that when you get married or when you are husband and wife, that the kids come after you. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Because, y'all always quick to tell us, girl, what we not supposed to be doing, what we supposed to do, and how you ain't supposed to be gay and all this. But, girl, if you going to follow the Bible, girl, follow the Bible. That's all I'm saying. Another thing I wanted to say was this. While, yes, I get that he has semi-adult children, whatever that means, I'm assuming that she means 17, 16, 18, I guess. I get that we are still in a pandemic, even to this day. The pandemic hit, I think the majority of people found, I think the world really, the country, I don't know about the world. The country pretty much shut down around the middle of March, right? Remember, I think it pretty much happened around the same time for everybody. I know for my job, it kind of like hit around the 16th or the 17th of March, 2020. And then after that, it kind of pretty much went downhill. But while my store was closed, I work in logistics, and online was still up and running and popping. There were people who literally came to work the next day. Not me, but there were people who came to work the next day. Like my department never shut down during at the beginning of the pandemic. So the point I'm trying to make is 6 months is a very long time not to try and figure out how this is going to work with your soon-to-be wife. Girl, you got March, okay, April, May, June, July, August, and September. Girl, I'm not trying to be funny. While, yes, a lot of people were still scared to go outside, baby, within 6 months, girl, there were places that were pretty much popping, on and popping, like, girl, Georgia. Hello? Damn near Texas. Right? So, while, yes, people in 6 months were still quarantining, while, yes, people were still taking, the pandemic very seriously, within 6 months, I'm not saying just because I had hopped on a plane and went to Miami, that girl, everybody else was doing the same thing. But girl, within 6 months, I think that you could have figured out a way to be with your fiance and be with your kids, especially if this man lives in New Jersey. You live in New York, he lives in New Jersey. I'm just assuming that wherever he lived in New Jersey was just a hop skipping away from where you lived in New York. I want to know, where was he living at when he was in New Jersey with his kids? Was he living at his baby mama's house? Did he have a house in New Jersey? Did the kids come to his house the entire 6 months? Or were they going back and forth from his house to his baby mama's house? Like, there are so many questions that I have, and I felt like people were so unfair to Eboni. While yes, there are some questions I have for Eboni, like, again, bitch, why did you wait 4 years to figure, how did it take you 4 years to figure out this motherfucker didn't want no kids? But I think that it's more of a side eye on him, her for almost probably being a fool, but him for, it sounds like he wasn't completely honest. Because in 6 months, you know, you can make a way to go see your fucking future wife. I get it. Your kid, those are your kids. However, you getting in your car and going to New York to spend some time with your wife, a future wife, is not gonna hurt. I don't know why she didn't go to New Jersey. Maybe she don't get along with the baby mamas. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's so many questions that I have. But I do think that people was going in a little too rough on Eboni in the comment section. Like, damn, who you think you are? You selfish. Ain't nobody putting their kids before you. Well, if he got married, he was supposed to put his wife before his kids, right? I need to know what that man was doing in New Jersey for 6 months where he couldn't go be with his fucking wife. You supposed to be the man, right? I'm just going by what y'all say. I need to know why your ass couldn't make your ass across that bridge to go, or wherever, however you get to New York to go see about your future wife. In 6 months, it could have been some moving and shaking. I just take it as though he didn't want to be with the bitch. That's how I look at it. Anyways, the next person I wanted to talk about was Moneybagg Yo. Let me play a little clip from Moneybagg. He did an interview with some people the other day. And this is what he said.
Okay.
Oh, 8. You have 8 children. Are you having plans?
8 kids. You heard the gangster Spain, like I'm putting it all out. Because it's like people that had it like throwed off so many times and they had this number, but I'm so raw, I want you to keep me. I want you to understand why I go so hard. Shit, 5 baby mamas, 8 kids.
Are you done?
Yeah, I feel like I'm done right now. Like, but I'm getting money, so I ain't really tripping about nothing like that.
Do you have to pay child support? Because I know a lot about.
Okay, this is all I have to say, that I'm gonna be done. While yes, we all know that it takes money to live. It takes money to raise kids, right? We all know that. But I think that some people need to get out of, I want people to stop thinking that just because you have money, that means that you should go around and just drop your sperm off at different addresses and think that because you are financially taking care of your children, that means that you're doing your job. No. Let me tell the people out there who think that just because you have money, but you have 8 kids and 5 baby mamas, and more than likely, there's a good chance, I'm going to go out on a limb and just say this, that all 5 baby mamas probably live at different addresses. So you have 8 kids at 5 different addresses. There's no way in hell you can be an on-hands father if you have 5 kids at 5 different addresses. You're not raising your kids. You're throwing money at your kids, at the child's mothers, so they can just shut the fuck up and get what they need. Probably get them a Gucci bag, make sure the kids are taken care of. But you're not raising your children. You can't be. There's no way. I don't give a damn what nobody say. There's no humanly way possible that you can have 8 kids at 5 different addresses and then turn around and think, or for people to say that this person or that person is a own hands mother or own hands father. I would look at you like you're crazy. No, they're not. While they are providing, they are financially taking care of their kids. That's all they're doing. They probably get their kids on the weekends. And because he is a rapper and travels everywhere, he probably get his kids when. Just because you got Moneybagg, yo, does not mean that you should continue to have kids. That is ghetto as fuck. Just having kids just because you got money. But you ain't there. You ain't getting them up in the morning for school. You ain't dropping them off at school. You're not there to support them mentally, emotionally, none of that. Just a check. And y'all think just because a nigga cut a check, that means that they good. They good in the hood. That means you got to respect that. Ain't nothing to respect about that. Ain't nothing to respect about somebody who already low-key probably has in his mind that he is going to continue to have more children because he can financially take care of them. But that's all you can do because you're not there for nothing else. And then y'all walk around here hollering and screaming about black families being broken. This motherfucker got 5 kids. Now I'm about to go off. This motherfucker got 5 kids and ain't wifed up not one of them. And then y'all want to get on the motherfucking internet talking about how homosexuality, yeah, I'm about to go there. Y'all want to get on the internet talking about how homosexuality is breaking up the black family when you got motherfuckers out here running the streets with 8 kids and 5 baby mamas ain't made not nail one of them a wife. The black family is broken because of the heterosexual black man. Y'all could go ahead, take that how y'all want to take it. Y'all have a nice day. And low-key, partly because of the black women too. Because y'all asses, because at this point, at some point when you the 6 and 7 and 8 baby mama, bitch, wed, y'all can take what I said, how y'all want to take it. I'm gone. Have a nice life. Bye.